What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Skullshot here, back with another video, man. Today I'm going over the Cenozoic Gamepass in Land of Lizards 2. I usually don't do talking videos like this, you know, just me behind talking and have some gameplay showing. But I did have a few of my subscribers request me to do this and give my opinion on the Cenozoic Gamepass and is it worth it and all that, so here we are. This video is going to be split up into 3 different parts. Is the Game Pass worth it? My opinion on the Game Pass, and finally how I would change the Game Pass. I'm in an alright standing with the owners of Land of Lizards 2, so none of this is, you know, take a shot at them. It's just my own personal opinion on the Game Pass and how I would have done it. Without further ado, let's go get to today's video. Peace. Starting off, is the Game Pass worth it? Short answer, currently, no. The Game Pass will cost you around $45 in Robux, and that is, you know, pretty close to a new game. New game costs you around $60, $70. So you're paying $45 for a Game Pass in a free-to-play Roblox game. Now, what you currently get in that Game Pass is 8 creatures. I'll go over the creatures, you know, briefly, tell a little bit about them. Get a direwolf, which is a fast, smaller animal, similar to a raptor, but a good amount stronger. Get a sabertooth, it's a little bit slower than direwolf, still very strong, you know, one of the strongest creatures in the Game Pass. Has a very good stun and a very high jump. You get a Desmodus, which is the only flyer in the Game Pass. It's a huge bat, very cool, does a lot of bleed, and a really strong flyer. You also get a rabbit, penguin, and turkey, which all 3 of these creatures are pretty useless. They're pretty quick. They used to have gold versions of themselves, which is really overpowered. And, you know, it take, you know, the 3 minutes to grow them, but the gold versions would be like as strong as Apex, especially Penguin. I think Penguin had like 69 defense, 1400 health, something like that, did like 200 damage. It only took like 4 minutes to grow. So, you know, I am glad that the gold versions got nerfed. I'm definitely not asking them to come back. But, you know, rabbit, penguin, turkey, they're very weak creatures. Pretty much a microraptor can serve the same purpose, you know, of nest bombing or, you know, getting from point A to point B very quick. And a microraptor will only cost you 1,000 DNA, not $45. You also get the mammoth, which is one of the strongest creatures on land, and you get Megalodon, which is the strongest creature in the water. So, I mean, pretty much you get 5 good dinos, and you get some useless dinos. And at $45 for 8 creatures, that costs $5.50 per creature. And, you know, if you take away rabbit, penguin, and turkey, the useless dinos, that's more like $9 per creature. So, you know, that's a big reason why I don't think it's worth it, especially at the time. Once it becomes more like 15 creatures in the Game Pass, then I say, okay, then it'll be worth it, because that's more like $3 a creature. But as of right now, $45, 8 creatures, I do not think it's worth it. Now, if you got $45 laying around and money to blow, and you know you're going to be playing Land of Lizards 2 for a while, yes, go ahead and buy it. It's not a bad investment, because although there are 3 useless creatures, there are also some that are the strongest in the game, which brings us to our next topic. Now, my opinion on the Cenozoic Game Pass. Overall, I'm not actually against having a Game Pass. The owners of the game, they need to make money like everybody else, but I always have a problem when something becomes pay to win. My problem with the Game Pass is that it has the strongest creature on land being the mammoth and the strongest creature in water being the Megalodon. When I made this argument earlier about the Game Pass having the strongest land creature and water creature, I had a lot of people reply to me like, you know, you can just bleed it out or you could just jump it, and a lot of people got, you know, confused with being the strongest and the best. Yes, you could jump anything if you have enough people. Yes, you could bleed out anything if you have a good bleeder. But the difference between strongest and the best is if you put that mammoth up against any creature, you know, head on land, the mammoth will beat it every time. Every time. Same thing with Megalodon. If you put Megalodon head up with any creature in the water, Megalodon will beat it every time. So I don't like having the 2 strongest creatures in the Game Pass. Also, in my opinion, you know, the price is too much for what you get. Like I said earlier, I would like it to be a little bit lower. I don't think for 8 creatures, I don't think $45 is really reasonable. Especially when 3 of those creatures are pretty useless. Once again, I'm not against the Game Pass, but I am against the creatures in it, and I don't like having 2 of the strongest creatures in the game in the Game Pass. I'm not a big fan of that, making it kind of sort of pay to win, in my opinion. Lastly, we're going to go over how I would change the Game Pass. First thing I would do is either nerf Megalodon and Mammoth, which I think is too late for that. What I would have done instead is wait to add those 2 creatures, maybe wait till the sauropods came out, so, you know, Mammoth wouldn't have been the strongest in the game, or had something that free-to-play players could get, you know, that's stronger than Megalodon, or maybe nerf Megalodon a little bit, I don't know, add something that's stronger than Megalodon, and make it to where, you know, you can just grind as a free-to-play player, or just have waited, like I said. I would also change the pricing to $24 for $3 a creature. I think this is more realistic. $3 a creature instead of $5.50 per creature, especially 3 of them creatures being pretty useless. So that's pretty much the only changes I would do. I would have waited and not had 2 of the strongest creatures added into the Game Pass, and also would have lowered the price a little bit if it was me. But besides that, man, no complaints. It is a good Game Pass. Is it worth it? Like I said, no. Overall, it's not. But you know, you got to make money. They had to do something. Add in the Game Pass. I would have liked it to be waited a little longer, so there would have been something stronger in Mammoth and Megalodon. Besides that and the price, those are really my only 2 big complaints about it. But that's going to be for today's video, man. Not a very long video. I just kind of wanted to give my opinion on the Game Pass. It's not a real in-depth view of the Game Pass. Pretty much it's my opinion, you know, what I think of it. Is it worth it? This, that, and not. Overall, like I said, I don't think it's worth it at a time. Later, once more creatures get added, it might be worth it. And, you know, like I said, once it gets about 15 creatures, I think that'd be worth it at $45. Because that'd be $3 a creature. Like I said, I'm going to say it once more, man. I'm not against having a Game Pass. You know, people got to make money. But I'm against having an overpriced Game Pass and having 2 of the strongest creatures in the Game Pass. It's pretty much, you know, my big things with the Game Pass. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. I make videos on all dinosaur games, all shapes and sizes, from Arch Battle Ascended to Path to Titans to Landing Lizards to all of it. Thank y'all so much for watching. See y'all next time. Peace!